Hey guys, it's Marshall Tingle coming to you with your Superior Ag Insurance Ringside report for this past week, the week of October 10th through the 24th. So another busy week across your auction barns here in the state of Kentucky. We finally saw some numbers that we haven't seen in quite some time. 20,867 head of cattle through your auction barns and markets this past week. That's up about 2,000 head from what it was this time last week and this time last year. But here's what's going on. You're starting to see some loads this past week. You're starting to see a lot of farmer cattle this past week. Now, as far as this market continues to gain ground. But the biggest difference that we're seeing this week versus last week and the weeks previously is your big cattle are starting to gain some ground. So anything over 500 pounds this week is in really, really high demand. Last week it was the lightweight cattle. This week it's turned over to the big boys. So let's talk about this real fast. So we're going to call your feeder steers steady to $5 higher. Your feeder heifers steady to $3 higher. Your yearlings steady to $3 higher as well. And we had some really strong prices on some of these loads, both steers and heifers. So let's talk about these little things worth going in. So your full weight steers, I'm going to say they averaged about $3. They topped off at $3.35. Your 5-weight steer cattle going to give about $2.75 to $2.80 on those. They topped off at $3.08. Your 6-weight steer cattle this past week, $2.60 to $2.65 as an average. They topped off at $2.90. So we're getting closer to that $3 mark, and if we see it here shortly, that wouldn't surprise me. It'd be a really good thing. Now let's talk about these loads. Now here's some really outstanding loads. Some that have traded far higher than what you're seeing in feeder cattle index. So start off here. This is a really good sale. Here's 72 head of black steers, weighed 809 at $260 flat, and then go on up to your middleweights. Now here's 69 head of black steers, weighed 844 on the average at $252.50, and then close off with a set of 9 weights. They traded just like the 8s. They barely made the 9 mark. Here's a big string, 118 head of these black steers, weighed 903 on the average at $247.60. So that's what's going on in your steers. Now here's what I have to say about the balance of them. Your colored 8-weight steers, somewhere around that 237, 238 mark. The balance of them are going to be, as far as your black steers, 8 weights, are going to be somewhere around that 242 to 247 mark. So that's what's going on with the balance. These are some really outstanding sales, but the rest of them are trading right there within about $3 of what your CME feeder cattle index is. But check out this big string of heifers now. Pretty shiny set here. Here's 80 head of black heifers, weighed 613 at $268.10. That's a world record sale, especially right now in all this market and everything that we have been seeing. We're gaining some ground back, especially on these heifers as well. Now let's talk about your CME feeder cattle index. CME feeder cattle index was pretty much steady. It dropped back just a few dollars there about Wednesday and Thursday, but is all in all pretty steady. So Monday the 22nd, 250.65 was your CME feeder cattle index. Tuesday the 23rd, 250.71. Wednesday just a little bit of a drop. Wednesday the 23rd, 249.56, and Thursday 249.09. I don't have Fridays yet, but stay tuned to your emails and your social media posts, and we'll have that up to you as soon as we get it. Now, that's what's going on in your cattle market here in the state of Kentucky. That's what's going on with your CME feeder cattle index. If you have any question about any of this information or you're interested in the LRP policy, there's no better time than right now to invest in one. Feel free to reach out to the guys. Call Ian Thomas at 859-613-2453. Call Adam Shoemaker at 859-338-4116. Call Cole Clark at 859-865-2980, or call Carrie Moser. She's at 270-929-8896, or check them out on the web, www.superioragins.com. As always, thank you so much. Have a great week. See you next Monday.